Good morning. It's Friday. So hopefully some of you are getting your good Friday feelings, getting ready for the weekend. I just wanted to jump on. Let me see if I can get steady a little bit. Just wanted to jump on because I caught myself having a conversation with a patient and later reflecting on the conversation, looking at who is responsible for your health. We very much live in a society or live in an age where we put responsibility away from the main person who is in control, of our health. Many of us will put the responsibility of our health onto others and expect them to have a solution to our problem. Yet that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So the conversation we were having was really looking at the NHS at the moment and how much of a problem the NHS is in, how much of a bit of a pickle the NHS is in, the overload, the override of everything going on, people being scared to go into the hospitals, the staff all changing their procedures, and so the hospital is a bit of a mess. And so I've had a couple of my patients now complaining that they can't get in to speak to a GP, they can't get in and do X, Y, and Z, and no one's there listening to their problems, And as much as I'm as hacked off as everyone else is with the NHS, because the purpose obviously of the NHS is to be there for emergency healthcare. It's really there in case your arm is falling off or you're having a heart attack. But the reality of it is that actually, other than those kinds of problems, the NHS is not really well designed or set up for long-term management of health problems. Let's just take the most obvious one that I can think of off the top of my head, which is something like high blood pressure. Now, very often people will go in for like a routine check with their GP and they'll have their blood pressure taken and they'll find that their blood pressure is too high. And when they have that done, all of a sudden the GP will go, they've got two options. They've got a couple of options. They can either recommend for someone to take action themselves, or they can recommend a prescribed drug. And you kind of got a bit of a 50-50 because obviously the medical profession get paid for prescribing. They get money from the pharmaceutical companies. And so there is the option that they are looking at on, it's not necessarily unethical because they believe that they're doing the right thing for the patient. Because 9 times out of 10, I don't think most doctors, if you ask them, they would know all of the symptoms or side effects of the prescriptions that they give. It's almost physically impossible to know all of the drugs that you prescribe and all of the different side effects that they might have. So in their opinion, they will be preventing potentially a much bigger problem down the line. However, could you have solved that problem naturally? And was it the doctor's fault that you weren't doing that in the first place? So if we look at something like high blood pressure can massively be managed by reducing your fat content in your diet, taking up more exercise, reducing your salt, making sure you drink plenty of water, improving on your sleep, improving on your mental stress, will all reduce blood pressure naturally. Now, is it your doctor's responsibility to make you exercise? Absolutely not. Is it your doctor's responsibility to make sure you're eating an adequate diet? Again, absolutely not. Is it your doctor's responsibility to make you do something that mentally helps you relax? Absolutely not. Your doctor's responsibility is to triage and make sure that nothing dangerous is there that is potentially going to damage you long term. And if they've identified blood pressure as being a problem and they prescribe a drug, they have done their job. However, has it resolved the problem? Absolutely not. The problem is still there, Now what we've got is a drug that is covering up the problem. The problem is still there. The person is still lacking exercise. The person is still lacking taking the salt and the fats out of their diet. But whose responsibility is that? Is it the doctor's or is it the patient? So many of us will not take responsibility. Now, the reality of it is we have one life, we have one chance, we get one opportunity. What are you going to choose to do with it? Are you going to choose to live in a way, you're going to choose to live in a way that's going to make you sick or make you healthy? Because that's the choice. And it's your choice and it's your responsibility. No doctor, no chiropractor, no osteopath, no physio is responsible for your health. They're responsible for guiding you towards health, but the only person that's responsible for our own health is ourselves. Let it sink in. Friday feelings, good motivation. Let's take responsibility. If you need any more help, you need any more information, you want to make any more requests, you've got any questions, maybe you've got some topics that you want me to discuss. Guys, I'm here to support you. This is my way of giving back to the community, allowing you guys to learn and have an opportunity to understand health in greater depth. I don't feel like healthcare should be inaccessible to everyone. I don't feel like this information should be inaccessible to everyone. I think everyone should have the freedom to information and learning how to look after their health. Until tomorrow, take care.